Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Thank you for joining us for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Tiffany Lee. Jury selection will continue today after 4 years of delays in a triple murder trial in Madison County. Hunter Chenoweth is accused of killing 3 of his family members back in 2021. He's charged with capital murder and can face the death penalty if convicted. Trial attorneys have started considering 50 prospective jurors to be seated in his trial. Prosecutors accused Chenoweth of shooting and killing his mom, Tammy Chenoweth, his stepfather, James McGee, and his sister, Cheyenne Chenoweth, at a home in the Wesley community of Madison County. Once the jury is seated, prosecutors say the trial could take a couple of weeks, with dozens of witnesses scheduled to take the stand. And the legislative session is underway in Oklahoma. Governor Kevin Stitt opened the session with a State of the State address outlining his vision for 2025. The governor said he's prioritizing another round of income tax cuts with a half-point cut to individual and business income tax. The governor announced the launch of DOGE OK with a purpose to keep the focus on flat budgets and limited government. He also has plans to shrink state government employee count and end work-from-home policies for state employees.
We need to, number one, protect Oklahoma taxpayers. Number two, let's be the best state for business. Number 3, let's safeguard our savings. And number 4, let's protect the Oklahoma way of life.
Shortly after Monday's speech from Governor Stitt, the Democratic leader of the Oklahoma House released a statement opposing the governor's tax cut plan, saying that it would help the wealthy and not working-class Oklahomans. Well, meanwhile, in Arkansas, lawmakers are in week 4 of the legislative session. Today, the Senate is set to consider the Bell-to-Bell No Cell Act, which the governor endorsed earlier in the year. It's legislation that would ban smartphones and other personal electronic devices like smartwatches from every single public school in Arkansas. The Senate Education Committee has advanced the bill to the full Senate, where it's on the agenda for today. Now let's send it over to Stephen with a check of today's forecast.
Lots of cloud coverage going to filter in throughout the day today. It's much cooler as well than what it was yesterday. We'll also watch out for a spotty shower here and there. Really active trend over the next several days with multiple changes in our afternoon highs. We're really seeing a comfortable start to the day, but by the time we get to this afternoon, that's where we could see temperatures pretty mild, not climbing much from where we started off this morning. Cloud coverage throughout the day, though, is going to continue to build in. Once we get to this evening, overnight into tomorrow morning, that's when those rain chances really start to increase tomorrow morning's commute. You got to watch out for a few spotty showers here and there, but we're going to be warming throughout the day as temperatures get a little bit warmer and a little bit more active as we get through Thursday. For another temperature drop comes in for Friday. Going into the start of the weekend, we'll warm up briefly once again before another large system comes in for the end of the weekend. This is that roller coaster effect that we're talking about, that we got a little bit cooler for today, warming for our Wednesday and Thursday, a bit cooler for Friday, warming into Saturday before really cold air comes in by the time we get to the end of the weekend into early next week. Northwest Arkansas, over the next 7 days, spotty showers will be possible for our Wednesday morning. By the time we get to Thursday, warming up back close to 70 degrees once again. Another temperature dive going into our Friday. But by the time we get to the weekend, nice start to our Saturday before Sunday. That's when that next large system coming in is going to bring in much, much cooler air.
Thanks for that, Stephen. Well, local shelters and organizations constantly deal with overcrowding of homeless animals and limited resources. Now, a dozen of them are joining forces to help tackle some of the prevalent issues. 5 News reporter Lauren Spencer has more.
The demand for our services is greater than ever before.
Kayla Mays, executive director for Big Paws of the Ozarks, says the challenges in the animal welfare space are pressing.
We're really seeing a crisis across Northwest Arkansas with lack of spay-neuters and seeing lots more puppies than ever before in unwanted litters. And then we're also seeing kind of an epidemic of owner surrenders.
It's why Big Paws and other rescues and shelters created the Northwest Arkansas Animal Alliance, aimed at giving everyone a space at the table.
I hope that it will be a way for our shelters and rescues to better support our community members and find some new ideas, not be scared to try something new.
Members from these 12 organizations will now meet every month to collaborate and share resources, including Fayetteville Animal Services.
We're here to hopefully get these pets into homes or help get them back into their existing homes. So anything we can do collaboratively to help that is wonderful.
And Humane Society of the Ozarks.
We can all have the same conversation about what can we do to better the situation that's going on in animal welfare, but just also knowing that we're not alone.
They've also started a community portal where shelters can all be in the loop with what's happening instead of someone calling multiple organizations for help with an animal.
So we had somebody reach out recently that had some puppies that needed help, and they filled out the form, and one of the other groups grabbed it and ran with it.
They believe that these issues can't be solved by just one organization, and collaboration is key.
There's always a seat, here with us and trying new things, new ideas, or just sitting down and having some camaraderie.
Covering news where you live, Lauren Spencer, 5 News.
Well, those are some of your top headlines. Thank you so much for joining us for the latest news and weather where you live. Have a great day.